David, hello to you, and welcome to the program.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing really good, man. I really appreciate the time. Look, I know this is a crazy busy time for you. So first of all, congratulations again to you on Fat Ballerina. What has it been like for you already, David, to see the early response to the special?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's been incredible because the timing of everything is what works out. You know, we're living in a crazy time right now. Everybody is at home. You know, we're bunkered down trying to be safe, and what else is there to do but watch Netflix and chill? So for me, it's the timing of this has been incredible. I'm very happy with the response. Like, you don't know what kind of you don't know you know that it's funny, you know the work that you do is funny, but until you start getting people like Cedric the Entertainer and Kevin Hart and Dion Cole and Chris Spencer and all of these people that I respect in the business start to repost it on Instagram and share it on social media, that's when you start to, and D.L. Hughley, and you see your peers start to call you and reach out. That's when you know, okay, I did something that's worth something, you know what I mean? And that feels really good. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and I think you said something else that's interesting, David, and I hope our audience get this. As I shared with you, we have, throughout our different affiliates, we have a lot of people in the creative community that listen to this program, and you said something that I try to share with them all the time, and that is timing really is everything. Because you're right. You could not have planned a better time for it to get people, situated around something. Has that also been true for you in your career, though, David, when it comes to looking at the success you've been able to have?
Well, yeah, it has. I've been doing, this is the crazy thing. A lot of people who are listening to this probably have never heard of me, and a lot of people who are going to go and watch the special, they just see me for the first time when they see me on Netflix. The truth is I've been doing stand-up for 24 years. I've done all of the television shows from BET to Comedy Central. I've also produced several television shows. I'm a television writer and producer. Everything from Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns, The House of Pain, to Real Husbands of Hollywood, to the Emmy-nominated show Fuller House that is also on Netflix that's streaming. And it's great to know, like, I've been talking to so many of my friends. Charlie Mack is a good friend of mine who is responsible for bringing Will Smith from Philadelphia to Los Angeles. And he was talking about timing yesterday to me. And I was saying, to have been doing stand-up as long as I have, and this is finally an opportunity for my stand-up to hit a national stage, the great part about it is that I know that I'm ready and that it feels great to also know that I already have another hour in the can and ready to go while this one is out here and introducing me to everyone. That's the great part. So, like, I shot this also the timing of my social media. I'm not sure if you know, but like when I shot the video, I shot that special last year. When I shot it, I had maybe 20,000 followers that I would not have had it came out any sooner.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like that allowed me to reach out to all 600,000+ of my followers and tell between Facebook and Instagram and tell them about it. And then, because they responded so well to it, they've been telling other people, and it's just been, and just in the 2 weeks that it's been out, I've picked up another 50,000 followers between the two platforms. So it's timing is everything. We want it to happen right now, but you got to believe in the timing, especially when you work so hard. You know what I mean? Because like it's nothing like working to like want everybody to see what you're doing, and then you finally get a chance, and now everybody sees it, and you go, wow, this is the perfect timing for this to be out. And I'm enjoying and loving the response that I'm getting from everybody. It's incredible.
Well, I think that is the amazing thing. And even, as we talk about the response, it to be trending on Netflix, to be able to be spotlighted the way it was because of that audience. But I think even the audience, even when I was prepping for this segment with you, I think the interesting thing is that you've been very, very good. And you mentioned some others who've done this as well, people like Dion and as well as Kevin, about bringing us into your life, into your world. Was that an easy thing for you? Because you are a public figure, you're, I know everyday things kind of become a part of, of your work probably when it comes to comedy. Was it an easy thing for you to kind of let us into your life when it comes to who you are as a person?
Well, first of all, if you don't follow me on social media, if you guys are listening to this, you should probably go to the David A. Arnold or on Facebook, David A. Arnold /comedian. You got to put in the A. If you don't, you're going to get a white dude that produces all the soundtracks for James Bond movies. He's David Arnold. I'm David A. Arnold. So I had to learn that very early. But you know what? It's not hard because had you known me as a stand-up for the 24 years that I've been doing it, my life has always been on stage. Everything that I live in my life, being married, having kids, even before I was married, wherever my life is at, that was what I brought to the stage. So when I started posting videos with me and my life here at the house and my wife and my girls, it just kind of fell in naturally because I was already doing that on stage anyway. So a lot of people who've known me, who's known my career, really got a chance to put the faces with the names that they have been hearing on stage for so long. So yeah, it's not that hard as a comedian. I feel like comedians who are transparent about who they are and what they are and the life that they lead, I think that it's not hard for you to open that door. You know, I'm still very guarded about the things that I show people here out of my house. But it's the things that we do is, you know, it's incredible because now my wife has picked up a huge following because everybody loves her. And my girls, and we just, like, when we start doing videos here, we know how to pull all the strings to make what we're doing funny. And, you know, it's kind of dope. We did a video, you know, I picked up these 600,000 followers in, 18 months? Because I started with zero. Like, literally 18 months ago, I had 1,800 followers. And now to cross 600,000 in like 18, 19 months. We did a video about how parents feel when their kids go back to school, the very first day back to school. And we laid it to the soundtrack of The Wiz. And that video got picked up by like 40 different news stations around the country. And it went viral. And now my Instagram and my Facebook page has been translated into like several different languages in a bunch of different countries now. So it's internationally, It's crazy to see it. So, yeah, like that happening and then the timing of the Netflix special coming out a couple of weeks ago, it's all just created this great synergy. And now everybody is going, who's this guy? Oh, my gosh. Like, and so it's kind of funny to go, yeah, I've kind of been here for 24 years, but.
Right.
But
well,
hello, how you doing?
You know, like they say, you know, the rest is history. I want to ask you a little bit about that. Then we're going to get into Fat Ballerina. David, I want to say, though, for those who are just tuning in, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome the man himself, David A. Arnold, to our program today. He's celebrating a new special on Netflix. We just were talking about it, Fat Ballerina. You guys can definitely check that out. You know him as an actor, a writer, a comedian. We were just talking to him about this journey for him, what it's been like for him to do what he loves, of course, and to share that with all of you. So, you know, before we get into Fat Ballerina, you said something that I definitely think our audience would be interested in knowing, because it's one thing, like you said, some people may be just discovering you. What has it been like for you to realize your gift, David? Because I think for a lot of creatives, a lot of times we are our own worst enemies. We don't always see the gift that we are. What was it like for you to discover the gift that you are?
Well, you know what? I think to realize and discover the gift that you have is something that can unfold slowly over time. You know what I mean? Because like one of the biggest mistakes that we do is we probably only see ourselves in one light, in one way. I saw myself as a stand-up comedian and an actor, and I didn't even know that I knew how to write and produce until 5 years into my journey here in Los Angeles. I decided that just doing stand-up wasn't enough, and I needed to write and produce and do my own short films so I could showcase myself as an actor, because that's what I wanted to do. So I wrote in 2005. I wrote, directed, and starred in, actually, with, at one point was my girlfriend, then was my fiance, and now it's my wife. We did like 3 short films together, and the first one was called Because My Stand-Up Is Not Enough. And then it was literally in that moment that I was doing that type of stuff to try to showcase me as a writer that I also wrote and directed and produced these films, not knowing that I was cultivating another muscle, which is the writer-producer of television. So when it came time for an opportunity to write a television show for Tyler Perry called Meet the Browns, they called me and they were like, hey, man, we're looking for some writers. We saw your stuff online and we were just wondering. And I knew how to do it because I had written these short films. So, right. you don't realize all of the facets of who you are until they start to become revealed to you slowly. I've always known I was a funny comedian, and you always think that you're the best you can be, and then till you look back 5 years and see where you were and go, oh, my God, I'm better than that.